What's up, guys? It's Dragonfly Mike77, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I've been using the Citras. I've actually been using them with an Egyptian bowl while smoking tangiers, and I know that doesn't really track with what you're supposed to do with tangiers at all. And you're normally, it says you're supposed to use this with the Samsaras, but right now I have really been enjoying it in the Egyptian bowl. And the one that I actually tend to favor the most is the glass one. So it goes in there just like that. See the side of it? And tangiers in an Egyptian bowl is not really something people do. And that's why I kind of wanted to show you guys this. I think the Egyptian bowls get shafted nowadays. There are so many great bowls out there that I think people forget about their good, trusty Egyptian bowl. But these style bowls have been around forever, and you shouldn't forget about them. They're good little bowls. So I'm gonna pack it in fluffy at first, right? Just kind of make sure that it's a little even. And then I'm gonna put my finger down. I'm gonna smash it down, just like you would inside a funnel bowl. People would be like, well, why don't you just use a funnel bowl? And it does, it smokes a little different. In fact, I think this smokes better than the funnel bowls that I currently own. I think this actually smokes better than the Tangiers funnel that I have, especially when it comes to using a Lotus, which I kind of can't smoke without one now. But so I'm really going around, and I'm gonna pretty sure that's, I might need a little more in here. But I'm gonna be going to the bottom rim here. And once I actually have it all packed up, I'll show you what I mean by that, because the black tobacco and the color of the bowl make it a little hard for you to see exactly where in here that I'm packing. It's nice and even. All right, that should be good. Now, I really do take my time. I'm not really in a rush when I do this. Tangiers loves patience. That's what it is. It loves patience. So you can take your time. So it looks like it's packed to the edge, but it's actually just a little bit lower. And because this has a nice fat rim on it, the Lotus is going to be sitting on the rim and not actually on the tobacco. So when this actually sits on top, this part is gonna get nice and crusty, but it's not really gonna stick to the Lotus too much. So you guys can see that. And that's basically how I've been using the Citras right now. And you saw I didn't really use that much tobacco at all. I really do think that these are cutting down my tobacco use, which is just fantastic. So I'm going to throw this on my hookah and show you guys how it smokes. All right, I got it all heated up. It's been going for about 30 minutes now. And I've got 2 coconars in there and the Lotus Plus one. And I do notice that it takes a little longer for it to heat up versus using a Samsaras bowl or another funnel bowl. Let me take a poke for you guys, show you how it's smoking. As you can see, I'm getting really good clouds from it. I don't feel like the clouds are as dense as if I'm smoking with like a Samsaris or a regular funnel bowl. I feel like they're a little cooler, but I'm still getting good bellowy clouds, as you can tell, but I just don't think they have as much body to them. So if you're looking for kind of like a chiller smoke, you're not really looking for a very intense session, this is how I like to smoke it. Let me take another puff for you guys. The flavor is excellent. I don't feel like I get better flavor from it. I am smoking Cashmere Peach, which is a very intense flavor. It's got a lot going on to it. And I don't think I'm getting better flavor. I think it just smokes differently. It's kind of hard to describe when it comes to why I feel like it smokes differently. The clouds aren't as dense. I feel like they aren't as warm. And I am using the what's considered the medium on this, so that may have something to do with it. I don't think that the metal one works as well, and I don't think the ceramic one works as well when it comes to this particular setup. I have been trying them out in different bowls and so forth, and I'll get into that later on when I actually just review this. I kind of just wanted to show you guys a different way of being able to smoke something that many of you guys are accustomed to smoking in funnel bowls. Let me take another poke for you guys. Yeah, I'm getting excellent flavor from it. As I did say, it does take a little longer for it to heat up. I feel like with this setup, I get 2 rounds of coals in it, which is nice. I'm not really looking for an extended session right now. I just wanted to show you guys this setup and how it smokes. Now, one thing I will go over is kind of like the design of the Sitra, and I know this is the ceramic one and I have the glass one in there, but it's almost the exact same thing. But the top of this is flat, so the Lotus is making contact with that, and what it's doing is it's warming this up rather than just warming up the top of the tobacco and the outside of the bowl. This is taking the heat and it's spreading it through all of the tobacco, and I feel like I am getting sessions where all of the tobacco is being heated up, rather than sometimes you have a little moisture at the bottom or it's still a little, it's not nice and crispy. But with this, I'm actually noticing that everything gets nice and crispy. It's really taking that heat and it's what the book says. It's diffusing it through the entire bowl. I feel like it's more distributing it rather than diffusing it. But that's just, I think that's more of a semantics thing than anything else. Let me take another poke for you guys. It is, it's a much lighter smoke. I'm really not getting the dense, thick clouds that I normally get when I smoke tangiers. And I do like that. It's just, it's a different way to smoke. I think this is gonna expand your collection. I think it's gonna make you remember maybe some bowls that you don't use as much. And I know we get into the habit of, this is our favorite bowl, this is what I want to use, but I think this is going to take your collection and it's going to allow you to start doing things a little differently, which I do like. I like anything that allows you to take something and not necessarily innovate it, but just kind of change how things are done. And that's kind of what Kaloud is all about. They reshaped the hookah world when it came to creating the Lotus in general. So the Sitra, I don't think it's gonna have the same impact that the Lotus did, but I think it's a product that is interesting. I like it. I like seeing new things in the hookah world. I like seeing people try to take new ideas and improve them. And I feel like the Sitra is a starting point to that. Let me take another poke for you guys. I'm still getting good clouds. They're just not as thick. They're still bellowy. They're still filling up my lungs. It still has really good flavor to it. Let me do a purge and take another hit so you can see kind of like a fresh hit. I do. I really like it. I like being able to use my Egyptian bowl. I like the fact that it's a little bit of a shorter session. I don't feel like I'm wasting as much tobacco. I also notice that I don't use as much tobacco when I'm doing it this way, whether I'm smoking Alfaka or Starbuzz or any other brand out there. I really do feel like it's expanding and it's improving the longevity of 250 grams or whatever flavor or however much you have. Take one more poke for you guys. Maybe two. I don't notice, what was I gonna say? I think the airflow is about the same. I don't think that it changes really the airflow in general, which is nice. I was kind of expecting it to be a little more restricted because the Lotus tends to touch this top part, but I haven't really noticed any difference in airflow whatsoever, which is a good thing. But yeah, I think that's all I got. Is there anything else? No, I think that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.